tell you. More than
What is this man, the good youth man and all the youth man went out to drunk? I'm going to find in the pool. We grew up together, so Brian, we grew up together. You know, he has a hustle, we also created poker, we fetch things on the wall, just to maintain our family. And the young man, even was a town, is still must conduct anything do to survive, to maintain, I think it's 3 daughters. And to know something like this happen is very sad.
Yeah.
And to anybody, family, they will do the same thing. You can't see your family found in that and they say they not have it, it's bad. And I just want the police to give me my bike with a joke for that. It's not no political nothing. There's just the hungry of the scrape and people them. Because it's a scrape drunk. It's a scrape if I'm a scrape on shape. So let them know scrape!
Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're coming to you from Tuschen on the east bank of Essequibo, where the protests are continuing over the death of that 11-year-old girl whose body was found in the pool at the Doubleday Hotel here in Tuschen. There's a large presence of police on the scene. We see the opposition leader on the scene. Mr. Norton, you're dealing with another incident and people are questioning about the police and the incompetence of the police. Your thoughts?
Basic needs they can utilize. You don't have effective law and order. You need an independent police. And we're seeing continuously a situation where police leadership is compromised. It's a consequence of the police system. Even though you have CCTV, which should help in the fight against crime. The police will not want to utilize the footage what that means is that it emboldens criminals. Criminals will now believe that we have the right or not only the right, we can commit a crime and get away with it because we know the law is in use. There is no sense talking after the crime that you have evidence and you have to do it. Is a commitment to the law and order, and there's an absence of that.
The leadership of the police force, the commissioner of police, as we know, his time was extended there. But what should happen? There was an incident in Linden, now this incident.
He's a political appointee. He's performing the hat-like functions of the government. Now, with all that is happening under his watch, non-democratic or decent country, he would have been asked to resign. But you deal with a police commissioner who does things in the interest of the government, Mr. President. And so we are prepared to turn a blind eye while justice is not done. So the very political compromising of the police is itself a creator of conditions for crime in this society.
The residents have said this is not political. This is about justice. What do you say to the parents of this young child?
I would say that justice must be pursued. But I would also say there's a trend. The killing of the the killing of our Western, the killing of the two men. Every time you say that you have it in investigated and justice will come. But justice doesn't. And after then people lose patience and they decide that they will pursue injustice. So all of this is a function of the incompetence and ineptitude of the government, the politicization of the police force. And therefore they are the creative conditions that make us to be standing.
Thanks a lot, sir. We were talking there with the leader of the opposition, Mr. Aubrey Norton, about the situation out here in Yes, as you can see, our residents are out here protesting still, seeking justice and calling for justice over the death of that 11-year-old girl whose body was found in the pool at this Doubleday hotel, which has been set on fire. And you see the residents are still out here. The police are out here keeping a close eye on the situation. The road is completely blocked off right now. And, more persons are coming out to lend support and to call for justice over the death of that young girl here in Tuschen. And as we heard from so many of the residents out here, this is not about politics. This is not a political protest. This is about justice for that young girl. That's what they're pushing for. That's what they want. And the situation out here on the east bank of Essequibo in the village of Tuschen, really unsettling as the residents demand justice.
Because they say what I'm doing is not right.
A couple of years ago at this same hotel, the Doubleday Hotel here at Tuschen, there was an incident where a young man was found dead in the pool of that hotel, of the same hotel, and there were suspicions that he might have been murdered elsewhere and dumped in that pool. This was a couple of years ago. And so, that has brought back many memories. 2 persons were charged in connection with that incident a few years ago, but I think in the trial, they were set free. The persons have always remembered that. And you heard the father speaking earlier that there have been other incidents of persons being found dead here, incidents of fights and all those things happening here, and no justice in those cases. And so they have decided to take justice into their hands and seek more justice for that 11-year-old girl. We saw the Minister of Human Services was out here earlier, and she was the one who actually said to the police, you've got to shut down this building, this hotel, and find this girl. You've got to check this place properly. And she even said that they were going to get sniffer dogs. And then, as persons went in to check and so, then the body turned up in the pool. And they were saying that they checked the pool this morning, there was nobody there. They were also saying last night, checks were made of the pool, there was nobody there. And so persons are angry about this, angry about the death of this young girl. And her mother and her father, they were both out here. The father said he didn't leave because he felt it, that his daughter was in this building. And so he wasn't going to go from the scene last night, and so he remained here. And so this is the situation out here right now. You have the main hotel building on fire. You have a building next door, part of the hotel too, that's also on fire here at Tuschen. And the entire corridor here is shut down because the road is blocked off. So you don't have persons going in either direction. They have completely blocked off the road. The police, they're out here, but they have sort of moved back from the scene out here. It is a very worrying situation, and we're going to try to talk to some of the people from the area because many of them have complained about being moved. I spoke with persons this morning who said they were watching this unfold last night and this morning in their homes, and they burst into tears, hearing the mothers speak, hearing the fathers speak, seeing the community come together to find this young girl. They were just completely taken aback by it and completely moved to tears. And that is the situation you had out here this morning. A number of vehicles have also been set on fire, vehicles that belong to this hotel. And it's just up in flames. The fire service, they're away from the scene, so there are no efforts being made to contain this blaze. I think they've got to be careful though, because you have persons going into the burning building and grabbing stuff. I hope they're very careful because smoke inhalation is a very serious thing. So they've got to be careful as they do that too. Good afternoon, how are you guys doing? How do you feel about the situation with a young girl?
I don't feel too bad. It's a sad situation because it's poor people, children, and that is normal. We don't have justice in this country, so I guess people started to take justice in their hands. Until people start look out for we will feel comfortable in this country.
Yeah, well, normal thing. I believe this thing does happen most of the time. But this one here, the people that really was unfortunate because they didn't know that this one could have become to light. Because many more lives they have been taken, which people don't know about. And this is what's happening, the advantage to the poor people. I believe the girl is going to enjoy herself and have a nice time and come out that, and they should get captured.
Very sad situation, we very hard. These parents is a little child, we need justice. And we need all of this situation must accord. Not only the poor people alone must get in justice. The rich one them who doing this act, we must get justice for it. It's too steady, these things going on, splash men all over, people cheering, getting life, getting tech. It could be anyone, we pay children. We need some justice. Mr. President, we need to look into this situation right now. Country needs justice. With a lot of things going on, the rich people them getting away with it. And the poor people them alone suffering. Ritual, sacrifice. Okay, we need some justice to the little girl. All of his parents. I'm very sad. And the reason I come out here, because I get 10 children. And it's going to be my daughter and my son. So, please look into it. Thank you, media.
Thanks a lot.
My very first time I'm on the media for 5 years because I'm hurt. I don't like this, but I'm very hurt. You know, I'm very hurt.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, sir.
The situation out here, a lot of families in the area calling for justice. A lot of people calling for justice.
Yeah, everybody calling for justice here. This is situation here, not something else. and we need to look into it.
Yeah, folks, very troubling and sad situation here at Tuschen on the east bank of Essequibo. You see the entire hotel is now engulfed in flames. And this situation does have people very, very troubled in the community. You know, calling for justice. The 11-year-old was reported missing yesterday afternoon. The family said she was at the hotel with her grandmother, I think, at a pool. And, you know, they were there at the hotel, then she reported them missing. The police sent out a statement just after midnight, I think it was, claiming in that statement that she was seen going into some car and there was video that captured this and video that captured that. And the police, they've not said anything since then. The family maintained that the young girl was at this hotel, so they didn't move. They did not buy that report from the police, and so they held their ground. And it was just around 10 o'clock this morning that the young girl's body was found in that pool. The father saying bruises were seen on parts of her body, on her hands and her feet. So they're concerned. They're saying that there were checks done last night of this pool. There were checks done this morning of this pool. There was nothing in the pool. And the body turned up today. You know, there's also a lot of concern about the inaction of the police force. And the police force did not treat this investigation properly because you would imagine a child goes missing and they expected at the time the entire place should have been shut down, all areas searched, and that did not happen yesterday. And so there was that concern being expressed by the police. Now see the fire engines are coming through because the fire is now really bad, completely engulfing the hotel, as you can see. And you've had cases of persons going into the hotel and grabbing stuff. So I figure they want to address that now because there are nearby buildings that are also on the trip. We're seeing lots of people gathered out here. Still, you know, this hotel is no more. The Doubleday Enterprise Hotel at Tuschen. And again, the fire is blazing, completely engulfing the building. The fire engines, we heard one just now, but keeping its distance. So we're watching to see what's happening here. So this was a very troubling situation, a lot of anger in the community. You were out here last night and this morning? Your thoughts?
It's a very sad situation. I know the father of the child, I know the mother, the aunt, and the grandfather. So from last night, I was worried. I was looking, checking the news, and hoping for the child to be alive. But unfortunately, it's back more life.
Are we hearing so many people saying there must be justice done here?
Yes, justice for the family.
Thank you so much. Statement a few moments, just over an hour or two ago, from President Air Finale, saying that a special team is being assembled by the police force to get to the bottom of exactly what happened to this young 11-year-old girl at this double-day hotel. And so the president saying that a special team will be conducting that investigation. He said he spoke to the commissioner of police about that.
Scrape it out of the
So we're paying attention to that also. Deputy Commissioner McLean, a serious situation here.
We are advising them because it's unsafe for everyone, the police and the civilians. So we have advised them, talking to them, for them to desist from going because the smoke is dangerous for all of us. Right? We realize I'm taking precaution. God, I would have asked for doing that. And out of the police advice, therefore.
What is the next operation procedure for the police?
Try to de-escalate this situation as well.
But the investigations last evening when this girl was reported missing.
I would not be able to comment on the
But you're in the top, but you're part of the top command of the police force. You must have been briefed.
not to the extent to speak to you. Right? I am dealing with the operational issue on the ground, which we are dealing with, which I will speak to you.
And you expect the situation to be de-escalated?
Thanks. We're talking there with Deputy Police Commissioner Simon McBean, trying to say they're trying to de-escalate the situation on the ground because, as I mentioned earlier, the fire service has not started to douse this blaze, and you have persons still running into the building and grabbing stuff. And so, they're now trying to get the fire service to get people to move back and get the fire service to begin doing their operations, because you have a lot of people still running into the building, although it's engulfed in smoke. And as we heard from Mr. McBean there, he's trying to de-escalate the situation, trying to warn the persons about going into the building. We see the fire service, one fire tender on the scene right now. The police commander not commenting on the actual situation that led to this, that missing girl, saying that he has not been fully briefed on that, so he doesn't want to comment on that, saying that he is trying to address this current situation on the ground where this hotel was stormed and now gutted by fire after the body of that young girl, 11-year-old, who went missing after her young body was found in the pool of this hotel. And the residents in the area, angry with that, stormed the hotel, set fire to it, person set fire to the hotel, and now you're seeing the situation out here. back because we have some wind blowing in this area, moving through the area, and of course the smoke is now moving all over. And we heard from the Deputy Commissioner Simon McBean that they're trying to get people to move away from the burning building because of the situation. You're seeing persons on the second floor of that burning hotel.
This morning for yesterday's message.
Don't eat nothing, brother. Nothing doing.
It's your cousin?
Now what's something? The president can't come in yet to support this fucking father, brethren. The president can't come in yet to support this father, but not even the money can't come for the though. Some of them got fucking heart for that. Some people got heart for money.
And that's the father of the young girl. It's young. Breaking down as this situation continues out here in Tuschen.
Police station back in Europe. Can't look at them was up and then police station. I got me proof. I got.
So you were out here last night too?
Yeah, but the last support. That's why you have to fight. Come on, look.
Pike police station, watch it. Lash me back, roll out. Sunday night. Pike police station. Lash me back. Front the Chinese store going, what Chinese store? Yeah, I got no evidence, no reaction up to now. Brian is a good man, but he work, but he make joke and laugh and gap. Understand? Don't disrespect nobody. This ain't got no race or nothing like that, understand?
We're coming to you still from Tuschen as the protests continue over the death of 11-year-old Adrian Young, who was found dead around 10 this morning in the pool of the hotel, the Doubleday Hotel here at Tuschen. She was reported missing since yesterday. The family, they were out here yesterday. She was here with some relatives yesterday when they reported her missing. They said they maintained that they believe she was still at this hotel. The police sent her a release claiming that there was some sort of abduction. There was a video with her going into a car. But the relatives maintained that it was the hotel. They searched the pool. They searched, police said they searched the area too. But her body was found in the pool around 10 this morning. They said around 6 o'clock this morning they were searching the pool. There was no body in the pool. And so they're convinced that young Adriana Young, they're convinced that she was murdered and dumped in the pool, and so that's why you see this massive protest out here happening right now. And the many calls for justice. Here the hotel was set ablaze, a nearby building adjoining the hotel was also set ablaze, and people are not moving. They're out here, they're calling for justice. The president has said a special investigative team will be put together to address this, but the residents are demanding justice now. You're okay? How are you doing? See the father moving away from the smoke now, breaking down here at the scene. And you still have some persons on the third and fourth floor of this hotel that's on fire. You see them letting things down and still trying to get things out. Again, if you're now joining us, we're coming to you from Tuschen on the east bank of Essequibo in Region 3, where residents have been out here for a couple of hours protesting over the death of 11-year-old Adriana Young. The young girl was reported missing yesterday. Searches were done. Her family maintained that she was at the hotel with some relatives when they realized she was missing. The police late last night sent out a statement claiming that she was seen going into a red vehicle. But the family maintained that she was at this hotel. They kept watching the hotel all night. And then this morning at 10 o'clock, her body was found in the pool. And that came even after there was a massive search in that pool around 6 o'clock this morning and also last night. And nothing was found in the pool at the time. But then this morning, around 10, the body was found in the pool, triggering this massive protest. So the entire main road here at Tuschen blocked off. You have the hotel set on fire. You have persons going in and out of the burning building, grabbing stuff. You have a nearby building, I think it's the home of the owners of the hotel. That's on fire too. And we've heard that the president say that there must be a full investigation of this. The opposition leader was also out here, and he's saying that they need to get justice in this case. He said the police force's treatment of this matter was not proper at all. And so you have that situation. Also, persons looking at how the police dealt with this matter. I remember seeing last evening they were told to go home, but they kept watch here until that body was found this morning. A number of cars belonging to the owners of the hotel, vehicles belonging to the owners of the hotel, were set on blaze as part of the protest. The hotel being gutted right now. And persons out here saying this is not a political issue, this is an issue about justice. We saw the Minister of Human Services was out here earlier. When she came out this morning, she said the hotel must be shut down and the proper search conducted. She called for sniffer dogs to be brought out, and she made certain demands here as part of the program. And then, of course, you saw the body of that young girl being found. The police concerned right now about a dangerous situation where persons are running into the burning building still, grabbing stuff. You have another full fire tent. I think that's what they call a tanker, holding water, but there's no big fire tender on the scene to address this situation. I think they're crisscrossing it very carefully because of the tense situation out here. We saw police being out here earlier with their shields, but then eventually moving back. Now there's some persons on the very top floor of the hotel, a burning building, hoping they'll get down. We're out here again monitoring the situation as the protests continue by residents, angry residents of Tuschen here on the east bank of Essequibo. Protest triggered by the death of 11-year-old Miss Young, Adriana Young, found dead around 10 this morning in the pool of this hotel after being reported missing since yesterday. And the family demanding justice, the residents of the community demanding justice. We're going to take a break in our broadcast here from the scene of this protest right now. And of course, you can tune in this evening at 8 o'clock on this platform and all our news source platforms for details about this incident. Tonight, too, we'll also be reporting on that triple murder and suicide at Ideal on the Suicide Linden Highway. That also happening last evening. But again, the situation here as we sign off in Tuschen remains extremely tense. The police holding back, the fire service holding back, the building engulfed in flames, and you still have persons going into the burning building to grab things. And so it's a very, very tense situation here as the residents demand justice for little Adriana Young, 11 years old. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.